iDiskiTimes, now available in stores around the country for only R3.50.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Orlando Pirates won, Uthongathi 0 in the Nedbank Cup last 32 on a Saturday evening. Decent game. I keep on using the word decent on the description. Decent because it wasn't a drubbing. Sometimes it becomes embarrassing. Sometimes it's 5-0. Sometimes, once upon a time, it becomes 24-0. Powerlines FC, Mamelodi Sundowns, 2012 or 2013 or 2014. The historians will go figure. Around that period though. They scored 7 goals, 8 goals. Tso Vilakazi, former Sundowns, legendary Orlando Pirates, of course, highest ever goal scorer in the history of Orlando Pirates. So we saw a game, and one of the questions I asked during the halftime video that we shot was the impact of the pitch. And these are not excuses. We will never make excuses. It's a question to be asked. We watched Soweto Derby, number 1, which is original Soweto Derby, Swallows Pirates, and we mentioned something about the pitch. We watched Soweto Derby, the biggest match in the football calendar in Africa, Pirates versus Chiefs. We talked about the pitch. Namhlanje, what kind of impact do you think it had on the play in the pitch? And is it an excuse? Do you not care that it's affecting both of them anyways?
Junior Kanye, Joseph Makanya, ngithi Justice no Drake. Nani bafethu lapho siyabonga no support nje njalo ngaphela umoya so ibeka nje lokho injalo asijiki futhi. Nkuleko yazi usengicala ukuba worried ngale field leyana because ifield mayiso we don't get the quality football, you know, from both teams. Even though bayazama, but because of a pitch iyaba limiter. Now they need to play ibhola lencwadi manje ukuthi trap and pass kanti, you know, we just need ukubona igame iflow kamnandi. We want to see those skills from these boys, but unfortunately we just have to live with it. It's not a good thing really, because no Uthongathi they can even say yes, they feel the leyana ish will be better, it will be right, maybe so into something. So maybe I would say opponents, but if they feel in the right, maybe it's something better was gonna happen. But at the end of the day, both teams are in the same field. So there's no excuse why would you feel Benjan, because nalaba badlala the same field. But I don't know, maybe a plan, or it's because of maybe the weather. So maybe I think that's why I think the fielding the way in a corner. So I hope for the better, you know, in the future with maybe my training system, maybe now check and maybe add more in so that
yeah, I mean, we had to find creative ways of drying our clothes. I was saying to you, it's been raining 14 days straight, and this was wet in the morning. So Joburg has been raining, I think, 14 days straight now. But of course, no complaints there, like Utso was saying. It's affecting both teams anyways. One other element that we spoke about was the element, span, use this theater, this stage to sell yourself. Do you think players at Uthongathi would you have wanted more from them?
Yeah, they did very well. I mean, playing against the Pirates is a big team. My players are Pirates. I mean, abanye badlalile ku Champions League. International players. Yeah. So I mean, playing against a team that the international player. I mean, the worst part is even the whole captain Bafana also was there. No, the boys. I mean, they did very well. I mean, losing against the Pirates 1-0. It was because of the experience. Obviously, I mean, Bebazo loser because of that experience. But they played very well. Towards end of the second half, you could see with these boys now about the confidence, man. Now, Bayafuna Bayangena to that final 30. Now, Bayafuna attempt to take a shorted goal. So, second half mabaqala you could see ukuthi there was shaking yana kancane but babuya and then they had chances kolego uLontuzana wenzile save umpontshane and then the other one Aminja crossed the goal post. The other one it went wide on the left, so it tells you ukuthi look even though you could see ukuthi they wanted to go more forward but they were scared you know, we can't just leave Mhango, leave Hotto and Lorch just like that. We need about 4 to 5 guys to make sure that we've got a stability at the back. But look, the technical team Uthongathi, well done. You did very well playing against international players and you've managed to beat 1-0. And you guys, because if you look at the chances now, you could see Uguti, they had something in their hand. Yabon Uguti nati 90 scenario yabon against the Pirates, but you know, well done, keep up the good work. It's not a mistake. Why about number 2?
Number 6 or number 8?
Number 6, yeah. It's not a mistake. It tells you the type of football and the technical team Abanad. They've got good players, and I'm sure you know some teams Lago iDiskiTV, they've seen some players Lapana Uthongathi. They did very well.
All right. I want you to think about this, because I don't want us to bash anyone. And we're not here to do that, but we're not here to praise people just because the cousin Ndlovu or umdana makhulu wami or something like that. But ndiyafuna so give him technical feedback, because every single time it looks like Sofika play one. Of course, there are other players that we talk about sometimes about the negative performances. Indoni wrong on Ndlovu. What does he need to improve? You know, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I can also say a couple of technical things, but I want you, because people are listening to you, they are here for you. What is your technical feedback about his positioning, about the way he applies himself physically, what he gives to the team overall?
Ngulego, I'm worried about the coach selectayo to the lineup. Why I'm worried Uguti Hinle Aibonile Ndlovu that can add to the team and a team win. Kulego, you know, a player lineup, you always choose the best position for a player. That's number 1. So if you put that player in that position and then during the game you move that player from that position, you're putting him on another position again. For me, Ndlovu, you know, a player, when you change a player like that, it means there's a problem with the player. There was a time where Ndlovu was playing as a right back. Kukutusuke from the middle, he went to wide, right, he went to right back, and then they had to put in Ujusta Lapana again. Ujusta played in front of him. Kulego, I'm worried because if a player's got a problem, a player for me Nangzoti in the midfield is losing passes. The positioning it's wrong. He doesn't know when to go, when to stay in the midfield. Wide, you can't play him wide. He doesn't have speed, doesn't have that skill to take on those full backs. So why do you play him wide? You play him right back. In terms of covering the center back, how he needs to cover, when he needs to open, when he needs to support the wing, when he needs to open the ball from the midfield, like open. You know, those things, as a player, you need a coach to teach you to do those things. So that's why I said, I'm worried the technical team Paris, because the way they move on a corner, to me, is something is not right. But they keep on playing him. Yes, sometimes Ubanalu like Ileo attack Iran and score a goal like it did in Itabi. Well done. But I'm worried Uguti, what type of a player are you? Are you a defensive midfield? Gulego, why in Kulmaganj? There's players that are versatile. And versatile sometimes this confuses people. be a versatile player, but do the right things. Don't be a versatile player who you can go right, you can go left, you can go at the back, but still you are not giving us anything. We are adding a number in the team because when we need you, let's start the pillar from the back. He can't do that. Go right back. Okay, supporting the right winger. No, you can't do that. He's playing as a right winger. You've got a ball 1v1. You can't take the man on. In the midfield, in terms of you creating a space for yourself, have a combination with the strikers and with the midfielders. Again, we don't see you doing that. And then, but you always playing. So that's why I'm worried with the technical team. Pirates Uguti, yena personal Ndlovu. For me, he's not giving the Pirates anything. You know, when you're playing in the midfield, especially today, I thought he was playing as a number 10. Yeah. But my early game, he was like as a number 10. But all of a sudden, I shifted on the right wing. Right wing, Lorch is inside. Now I'm like, okay. Now we're sacrificing Lorch. Lorch, we want him wide, Lapan. So that Lorch is quick, una skill, is very smart, can take the men on, put across. Now Ndlovu goes there. We are yes, I told across, nothing. And then Lorch went that side. Again, you know, I'm very worried in terms of when we analyze players as coaches. How do we analyze players? Tactically and technically, where do we see our player in terms of growth? You can't play week in, week out, but still doing the very same thing. Ndlovu, for me, is not improving. And, you know, Uvala is space where we want to see other players. He's been getting a chance, Ndlovu. But now I'm asking Guti, Makaring is out. Say Pinchin, and then why can't we give Umdambo a chance? Let's give him a chance. Last upen Mutsaru Yakisho and Wafawa and Ndlovu. Why can't Uzungu? You know, I'm worried with a good team. How do we give other players a chance? Whereas others, they've been given a chance, but they're not giving the team anything.
All right. Last one then, as we wrap up the video, you will notice that nothing much was mentioned about the performance. There are other videos as well that we dwelled on the performance. Utugutugu Makanya spoke deeply about the performance, your team overall, Junior Kanye as well, the same thing. In this video, we try to bring a different dimension. I made a deliberate point to try and bring a different dimension, other things that we may not have touched on in other videos as well. Last one, was this a moral post? They lost to others a couple of days ago, 2-0. Will the players be happy, or will they think, hey, this was scrappy, it wasn't convincing, we let ourselves down? Atina Machita with dressing room about this performance.
I think now the boys they will smile because they lost against the Arrows and they lost 2. So yes. I mean, the team looked at Africa, but it's a cup game. It means it was not a mistake for them. Baba choose and in Nedbank. They've played, they've worked hard to be there. And even Ule came out today. Look, if fielding up a pet in Kulego, but I think they did certain things right. I'm a players, parents. You know, sometimes we need to give a credit where it's true. I mean, look at Munare in the midfield. He controlled that midfield. I was confused. Ngo Aga right as a left-footed player. And, you know, every time Uzo Toli Bola wants to take the men on. I beg a cross, there's on a 10 back after let it cross. Now, the minute Belamont turn a bag good, now the defender young is a recovery, man, is they're looking at the game. So then the instinct, and that pass from Gonare, the trap pass, and you could see Magda to get trapper before we'll make that cross pass. You know, Upagami say Kanda Mhango was there. Gulego, Mhango Angazi Wepina Rangaki. Let's not doubt Mhango, you were critiak. And what is that he can do? Usboni still Mhango last season, and he's still showing us now. Mhango is a player that can make can come up with a plan. Ngena next Nkululeko ukhona ukuthi athi sikhwameni athi no man right no 20 rand ngasithenga isinka sidle la endle. Umango is that player. So now if you put that player lapha ngaphandle, now I'm worried lento beyenza uZimba, but now I'm happy that Umango is dlala ngisho ngithi mina Umango akadlali. Ulipasa is injured, Umabaso is still injured. So he's the only striker. Play him. So he's playing and he's delivering. I saw him the first half.
I'm so sorry, we need to cut the video now, but you mentioned something about Mhango being the only striker. Very quickly, what did you make of Ujon Mark Mundele? So far, I think you've seen him maybe 2 or 3 times now. Lamchi Dukran, like, have you seen enough to make a judgment about his performances?
No, not yet. Let's also give him a chance. Umango is injured. Asimbone naye abamnikeza isikhathi nyana about 20 minutes. Let's see more of him in the game, because Gulego, we can't judge you in 5 minutes. Even though we always say to players ukuthi whether ungene ground in 2 minutes, Andre Sebola used to do that. Angene ngeminute ashaye goal Pirates win. Yabo, so yes, abasiu Andre Sebola, but I'm saying ukuthi whatever minute that you get in the field of play, make use of that minute.
All right, there you go. That's Tso Vilakazi's thoughts about the game. Uthongathi, Orlando Pirates going through to the next round. iDiskiTimes.co.za, iDiskiTV is on Facebook. World Sports Betting, our sponsor, WSP.co.za. Go there, put some money on the Proteas. They are trying to make a comeback against Pakistan in the cricket match. It looks like Pakistan have a lead there of around 200. You know, the Proteas need to get rid of Pakistan tail enders and then chase a score of between 200 or 250. Will they win the game? If you think they will do, you can put $100 there and get yourself maybe 200 or maybe 300 back. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching our videos.